Are you putting people in danger?
Not that I know of.
Tonight, our Call 6 investigators confront a drone danger that could be putting Indiana families at risk in the sky and on the ground. Flying drones for profit is illegal, but our hidden camera investigation finds people hiring renegade drones in growing numbers nationwide.
A local pilot reported a drone flying directly toward him this month in the sky over Kentucky, and now other Indianapolis pilots are being caught off guard by what we've uncovered. Call 6 investigator Stephen Dean is here with what he's found on this expanding threat that could impact us all. Stephen?
Well, the FAA has not approved a single drone flight for business purposes anywhere in the country because the agency's still unsure how to keep from endangering other aircraft. But we find drones are for hire in huge numbers in Indianapolis and beyond. The internet is crawling with them, and we pushed for the release of new FAA records that show the agency struggling to keep up with this growing danger above us all.
How far you say it was?
He doesn't know. Our hidden cameras are all around him.
There might be a parking lot or something beyond.
He's scouting out the perfect spot to launch a drone over homes and businesses on the east side without any approval from the agency that keeps our skies safe.
If I'm as high as that power line right there.
Anyone can log online and find all sorts of drones for hire, several offering to fly in Indiana if you want aerial photography of real estate or anything else. So we went undercover to hire Brandon Spencer and his company Drone Photo Services of Louisville, and in no time at all, he fired it up. Hobbyists are allowed to fly model aircraft up to 400 feet without any permits.
60, 80, 300.
But the FAA says anytime someone takes money to fly a drone like they did here, you can open that and count it if you'd like. That makes it a business flight, so it's illegal for them to fly it. Spencer told us he's flown hundreds of flights just like this, sometimes above 1,000 feet in the air, the very altitude where small planes are often flying with pilots and their families.
Oh, it concerns me greatly. This is an accident waiting to happen.
Indy pilot Roger Tomey says it's highly upsetting that the Call 6 investigators found so many drones for hire, even though FAA hasn't allowed a single one of them.
You're going to end up causing a very serious situation that could cost somebody their life.
And even though regulations could be years away to keep the skies safe, drones are for sale all over the internet. And countless websites showcase video that was shot from drones. If FAA can't prove that money changed hands for shots like these, we found drone operators are avoiding getting into trouble. They can just keep on flying. Call 6 investigators worked to gather several years' worth of reports that have never been released until now, and they show FAA struggling to stay ahead of it all. After complaints from pilots and others, or the FAA discovering drones for hire online, 23 investigations were launched nationwide. In many, the drone operators were never found, but 10 drone operators were tracked down, getting a warning that no drone flights are legal. 5 unauthorized drones were spotted by pilots, sometimes way too close to airplanes or even airliners. In March, an Alitalia jet made national news.
What did you say? We saw a drone aircraft.
When its pilot reported a drone in the landing pattern at New York's JFK Airport.
When they suck one of those drones into an engine of an airplane, then it'll get everybody's attention, and they'll have to do something at that point.
Retired Continental Airlines pilot Tom Jeffries now runs a flight school in Greenwood, and he's worried the next time he's in the cockpit, one of these drones for hire could be hidden in the clouds.
They're not going to appear on radar. You're never going to see them until they hit something.
Most pilots we spoke to had no idea that so many drones have caught the FAA's attention before a single business drone flight has ever been approved. Congress ordered FAA to come up with regulations for commercial drone flights next year, but for the drone we hired and others, there's no waiting. Look at the photos provided to us by Spencer and Drone Photo Services.
Go, go, go. All units roll.
When our cameras emerged, we're doing a story on drone safety. We told him that FAA calls flights like his illegal. He said he had no idea.
Hardly ever read.
Is that something you should know?
I say so, yeah.
So you're not trying to break the law?
No, I'm not trying to.
I hope the FAA gets involved in this and we get this stopped. This is a dangerous situation.
Now, the FAA would not answer our questions about how they're enforcing this law. In a written statement, the agency says it thoroughly investigates violations, and even without proof, they say they try to make illegal drone operators understand that all of those flights are illegal.
Oh, very revealing. I know Facebook has been on fire with this, and I understand Washington's already taking action because of your reporting.
Already, Indianapolis Congressman Andre Carson, he told us he's taking what we found to the aviation subcommittee where he serves. He says he wants to push the FAA to enforce the law to protect all of us in the air and on the ground. So we're going to be watching as the number of these drones just keeps on climbing.
All right, excellent reporting. Thank you, Stephen. Todd?